Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back. Let's continue. It's a fun game.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
New clue?
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall, with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you...
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But...
All right. When can I visit?
Visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Okay, new person? Find Natasha. Natasha must know Molly from somewhere, or perhaps she's very good informants. I must find out what the connection is. Lewis. Personal infos. Lewis C. Hayworth. Species rabbit. Male. An old friend of mine. He is stuttering heavily when he talks. Lewis is the owner of the once reputable Atlas Hotel and a good old friend of mine. At the moment he's my landlord. It's only the two of us living in this unbelievably enormous hotel. He's crazy about detective stories, and he gladly helps me whenever I ask him. Lewis's number is 555932. I saw that one yesterday. One of the most famous nightclubs in the city. Owners of the juiciest booties and hardest fists frequent the place, and it's famous for not serving cops, except if they're near deep in the dirt. Okay. Five. This is cool. 9. 3. Okay, this is quite sensitive. 2.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Okay.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place. The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve. I hope the old bunny had nothing important to do.
Okay.
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah.
So
Before
long,
I
Deborah.
visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Okay, we've got a map now. Oh, scene types. Main scenes. Main scenes move the story forward. These scenes also determine which locations open up or close down. You need to complete all of these if you want to beat the game. Limited scenes. Limited scenes are open for a specific duration, which is determined by the main story progression. If you are a completionist, be sure to visit all of them before you move to the next main scene. Closed scenes. Closed scenes cannot be reached for the time being. This state will often change throughout the story progression and can be temporary or permanent. Top tip. Pick the next main scene if you're absolutely sure you don't want to miss any of the available limited scenes anymore. You may not be able to visit them later. Alright. Corville PD. L1, change location. Okay, so I can't go anywhere else at the moment, but that's awesome. You've got optional side missions to do. That's so
It was
cool.
New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night? I knew where to find
Awesome.
Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Oh, that music's cool. Who's this guy? Carlton Phyllis, Hedgehog. Erancius, Europeus, male, special feature. I hate him. Okay, let's go.
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages. If you drive a cop car in Clawville, you can do almost anything you want. Until you've got the red and blue on, nobody asks a damn thing. Maybe that's why cops are the biggest gangsters around here. Did you miss me? No? Same here. We have a tough history, you and me. Maybe it's time to forget about the past, eh? Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back, immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the Chief.
That's really cool. For the crown, for the king. We need you, citizen.
I'm sure it's Blood Boil himself taping back the torn-off posters, like some maniac. He must have a dozen of those things in his bag for emergencies. Phyllis and Roy's. 2 hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless. The bullet hole in my crest is worth more than these 2 combined.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching at over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Londoner.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bird. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight.
Ooh.
The law is in charge.
Interesting.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here
Buffalo,
tonight.
nice.
If he doesn't end up in
Excellent.
a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy round here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce. I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
By the way, what's with the raincoats? Couldn't you find an umbrella?
Why? Frank says it'll be rain. And see, it's raining. He's a frog, so he must know.
Yeah, well, I'm a rooster, but I hate getting up early.
Raincoats are just fine, okay. You have a problem with that, Sonny?
No, just, you know, the spikes sticking through and all.
Is something wrong with our spikes chugging?
Yeah, you know what? Just forget it. Whoa. Don't you freeze, boys? It's cold outside.
Yeah, truth be told, I'll freeze to my bones, Sonny. Even through this jacket, I'm completely soaked.
Really? I don't know why.
Don't listen to him, Royce. And you got nothing better to do? Bugger off.
Bugger off.
Okay,
Nice.
okay. Just, sometimes you two truly amaze me.
Passive aggressiveness, nice.
What? Why are you still sneaking around here, Sonny?
It always astonishes me how block-headed you two are.
The endless dialogue is great. Is there any more?
Why are you...
It always astonishes...
Okay, that's nice. Okay, let's go inside.
Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Ooh. Vending
Marty
machine?
drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross, and probably toxic. Today is not the day I'm gonna try this. For me, nothing beats the iron-flavored, turbid tap water.
Vending machine? What else is there? Monica? City Crest?
All it takes is one look, and my comb starts to tingle, which never means anything good. All it takes is one...
Alright, okay. Please
honor,
Crest?
strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick. We used one of these as target practice once. Not out of disrespect. We were just too damn drunk.
So that's the shooting range? Office area? Officer Jardine?
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here. Officer Jardine.
Okay. Officer
One
Barkman?
of Blood Boyle's favorites. Mainly because he's a dog, of course. One of Blood...
Okay. Talk to Monica? Look at
Monica
her?
Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place. Even for this city. Soft and ordinary, but also somehow cold and distant. The kind you'd like to invite for a coffee, but you know would say no. No matter who you are or what you do.
Or what you do. Okay.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating
glasses.
somewhere?
Brilliant.
Every day's a holiday.
Oh, she's a
since I got
hummingbird.
outta here.
Excellent.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
Okay.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That
so
music
just
is
sign
great.
here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
Boss Bird. Right, let's go see all these people. Ooh, loads of people now. Royce. Mason Royce. Porcupine. Hystrix cristata. Male. I hate him almost as much as I hate his partner Phyllis. Okay? Always got some personal info there. A real little arse plug. He is too small of a fish in the ocean to be worth bribing. Big and dumb. It resembles my partner, Marty Little, except that Royce doesn't have a kind heart. Right. Bossarelli Chowham the Das. Dog. Canine Lupus familiaris. Gender, male. Special feature, they say he is able to devour anything that crosses his path. That's why he got the nickname Chowhound. Monica. Monica Rosen. Hummingbird. Miller Sugar, Helene. Gender, female. She can watch over thousands of things at once, and she is an angel. Okay. Mort. Mort Mardigan, Komodo Dragon, Rhaenus Komodoenus. Gender, male. He is old and blind and an unrepairable wreck. Okay. Lucius Wilford Bloodboil, Dog Canine Lupus Familiaris, male. This chief is a real legend. He also hates me. Okay.
Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time? Poor old lizard. You've seen better days, haven't you?
Indeed. Bosco. Oh, sorry.
He's not a bad boy, by the way.
I missed that line of dialogue, sorry. Okay, let's talk to
Mort, you
Mort.
scabious beast. What the hell
He's
did
cool,
you do?
look at that.
It's Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jeffy is a good boy, sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. Do you understand that? Don't you?
The voice acting is amazing.
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn, we got so much to get
right.
through.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon.
Tell
Close him
me,
again.
Sonny boy, how's Molly
Ah.
and the little chickie?
Extra
You
dialogue.
really know how to hurt a guy.
Is something wrong?
They no longer live with me, Mort. For a few years now. And to be honest, we're not really in touch.
I'm sorry, pal. I didn't want to reopen old wounds.
It's all right, Morty. Let's drop it. Poor old lizard. Everything all right, lizard wizard?
Yeah, it will be as soon as I'm out of here.
No more dialogue? Okay. More dialogue?
Hey, Sonny, is everything all right?
Sure, everything's fine, Mon. I'm just distracted.
Man.
That's nice. Life is best if you let the adventures take you with them.
Jeez, Mon. Don't read so many romantic novels.
That was one of yours, actually. From the old Sonny. You used to love saying nice little things like that, remember?
I try not to.
We can't erase the past because we are the past ourselves, am I right?
Stop that right there.
Okay, okay. I'm just joking. Yes, Boss Bird?
Oh, I can ask you
Nothing,
questions.
Carry on. I'll be fine.
Just don't make a mess, okay?
Okay.
Yes, Boss Bird?
Nothing,
Just don't make a mess.
Alright, okay.
What do you know about the Czar Club?
Nothing special. I've never been there. It's a famous place, though. Expensive cigars, unaffordable drinks, pretty gals. All the movie stars and politicians go there at least once a week.
And all the big shot mobsters, too, I've heard.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Still living in Neapolis?
If something works, why change it, right?
True.
Well, if you like it there.
Listen, Monica, you could, come by sometime for a drink or two, you know?
I didn't hear that, and you didn't say that.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Anything else, Boss Bird?
Hobart, Ibn Wessler.
Do we have a file on Hobart, Ibn Wessler?
Ibn,
Are you
right.
kidding me? We have a whole room just for him. Want the key? You can spend the remaining days of your paid holiday in there.
No thanks. Never mind. You're a bit sassy today, aren't you?
I'm sorry, Sonny, but I'm starting to shed my feathers because of this insane asylum. You know, New Year's Eve and Blood Boil's not here when he should be.
Somehow I'm not sorry about that.
Yeah, I bet you're not, Boss Bird. Natasha Katzenko. Interesting name. Is it real or just an alias?
It's supposed to be real, but who knows? Good question.
We have nothing on her. She's either clean or uses a fake name. Maybe both, but I don't think so. Aside from that, everyone knows what I know about her. Singer, star, the #1 babe in this town, so to speak.
Thanks, little bird. It's something.
Glad I could help.
I've got to talk to Bosco.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy, as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So, Mort was being a bad boy again. Nothing unusual. And you? Still dying?
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. Wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kinda lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
Bosco's cool. I like him.
How are the pups?
They're real monsters. Life's a living hell. But it'd be even worse without them, you know?
Yeah, you're telling me.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And how's life without the chicken police?
Unfortunately, the worst half is still here. But it's good. It's so uneventful. What a coincidence.
Want me to make a scene?
No, I'm fine without it, really.
Listen, Bosco, do you need this mess with Mort?
Like hell I do. But what can I do when he's almost beat a fucking giraffe to death?
A giraffe?
Jesus.
Never mind, it's New Year's Eve. There's a brawl like this in every joint of the city, and you know that. He's just a loser, and also blind. Maybe someone just stuck that broken mug in his hand.
You know that's not what happened.
Of course I know.
All right, I'll let him go. We don't need him yelling in here all night. I'll write the report and throw him out. But he'd better not end up back in here again tonight.
I'll have a talk with him. Keep up the good work. You're a good boy, Bosco.
Cluck off, Sonny.
Worth it.
Keep up the good...
Okay. Shooting range?
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand, and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try. Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it. Hello, Cassandra. I hope we'll meet again. Oh God, I'm starting to sound like Marty.
I was just about to go when you came in, so if you want shooting practice, maybe turn on the lights first.
All right.
You're right. I'm gonna do that.
So that's his partner, is it? Ah. Okay. Nice. Big
Her
Bertha.
Majesty Big Bertha. Or rather, Big Bertha 2, because there was one before her. A sawed-off little broad, but we lost her in a swamp. Marty cried for a week. But once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored. I still remember her kiss. What can I say? It's the experience of a lifetime. I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained. Linda. Or maybe Layla. Can't remember. Fortunately, I had the displeasure of meeting her only a couple of times on duty. She bites. Just like the women Marty loves. Claudia. Tiny, dark, and angry, and hits you where it hurts the most. Marty only uses her in very dark cases, and on those nights she almost always takes a life, or maybe two. I know her well. Marty calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years. Marty has a dozen guns, but Susie's one of his favorites. He got her from a fish we rescued from muddy waters together. Those were the days.
All right, guys, I'm going to end it here, and we'll do the shooting practice with Marty later. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.